Okay, this is another part of Missouri. So I'm here with my good friend Noah from West Virginia, and let's just take a look and see what we got. Scenic wise, it's very, very, very beautiful out here in the state of Missouri. So when we were talking earlier, let's do a comparison video. We'll talk about, I'm from California, we're in Missouri, and you're from West Virginia, right?
Correct.
So tell me some things about West Virginia.
So, West Virginia is, how do I say it? We are not really necessarily the smartest of people. We're not the showboatiest either.
Just describe life for me. Talk about the weather, agriculture. Just talk about it. Keep it simple.
The weather is much like this. It's very sporadic because we're up in higher elevation. We, in my specific neck of West Virginia's woods, it's very bipolar. Instead of having 4 seasons like spring, summer, winter, fall, we have probably closer to 11. That's just how it is. Seriously, every month is a different season and just a different attitude with the rain, and it just depends on other people's in otherworldly climates that just come and affect us.
So here in Missouri, it's very green. So I've been visiting Missouri for many years. So one thing I notice here is it rains a lot. There's lots of, it's very humid.
Oh yeah.
So as you can see here, as we're driving, everyone, you see everything is so lush and green. There's lots of possums and armadillos on the roads. It's just a very lush and green area. And that's one thing I've noticed with Missouri. Now in California, it very rarely rains. So things are more dry. But our weather is usually about 75 to 85 degrees year-round for the most part. And it is interesting because I have a Spanish tutor from Colombia, and she told me where she lives, there's no seasons. So where she lives, it's basically the same all the time. So that's pretty wild. Imagine living somewhere, like if you live in a permanent summer. I guess it makes it easy when you buy clothes because you live in a permanent area. Yeah. But there's no seasons. Now, so that's California. What about Virginia? How are your seasons in Virginia?
Seasons, well, obviously we do have spring, summer, winter, and fall, not in that order. Okay. But honestly, it honestly feels like it. In Christmas time, I remember only having one white Christmas. What
is that? I don't sell. So what is white? What does that even mean?
So a white Christmas is just simply having snow on Christmas Day.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah, that's what a white Christmas is. And
got it.
It doesn't. And the snow doesn't really start falling. It could fall in November, but for whatever reason, it avoids it like the plague in December.
Okay.
And it'll just start picking back up in the middle of January, and it'll keep snowing until March.
You know, it's a cool fact that I had learned. I won't go crazy into detail. Some time ago, that I actually found out that Christ wasn't born in Christmas. Basically, based off biblical events, he technically would have been born around the fall time. That's why, again, this isn't a Bible channel, but just the history of it. If when his parents, regardless of what you believe about him, we know he historically existed. When he was born, he was born in a manger, and if you read the passages, basically it indicates he would have been sometime around the fall time. And if you think about it, this makes sense as to why people were traveling, because if it was at time of winter when it's freezing, people are not likely just to be out traveling. And think about how cold a manger would be to be born in the freezing of winter in a manger. That's kind of not reasonable to even do that.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, so some of the history I had found out, not actually all the history technically, the Christmas holidays actually derived from ancient Roman festivities to sun deities, and it kind of got incorporated into what we know now as the modern day Christianity through the large influence of the Roman Catholic Church. So originally, Christmas was, and technically still is, the holiday of ancient Roman deities or gods, idols, whatever you want to call them. It had nothing to do with the original birth of the figure that many know as Christ. So anyhow, that was just a little off topic, but you had mentioned White Christmas. I'm like, hey, let's make this a fun little historical lesson. But talk to me more about Virginia.
So I don't necessarily keep Christmas anymore because of that, like,
Oh,
you
okay.
know. And I was just like, well, that's not what, you know, the Heavenly Father created and probably even wanted. So I was like, well, let's do only what the Scripture says, and not what man had to create.
Cool. So talk to me more about Virginia.
So in West Virginia, in the fall time, you all, if you ever do come to West Virginia, I recommend coming in the fall time, because everything is lush, it's green, and there's these many hills and valleys, and they're all covered in trees. Now in the summertime, it's very, you could say it's boring because of how
quick, what
green
kind of
it
a tree is that? Do you know?
That is a weeping willow.
Oh, get that. There's one behind me. That's really cool.
Yeah, that is a weeping willow. You've seen it probably in a decent bit of
Movies.
media, and movies, media, music
Weeping
video.
willow. Okay, cool.
Or at least in West Virginia, that's what we call it. But
Okay, weeping
what were we
willow.
on about?
You're talking about the weather in West Virginia.
Oh yes, the trees.
Right.
So in the summertime, it can be really, really boring because everything is literally just green.
Sure.
But in the fall time, that's when the leaves change.
Okay.
It turns into a plethora of different colors of green, yellow, red, and orange. It's like the whole thing, even though it's falling away, it's almost as if it's living its last moments vibrantly
Okay.
before the nice slumber of winter.
Beautiful. Now, just for fun, I'm not political, but is West Virginia more of a red state or a blue state?
They are probably a deep red state.
So is red liberal or is red
Red is conservative.
conservative? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Conservative.
Yeah, it's definitely a state that bleeds red. That
Okay.
is definitely for certain.
Okay. No, just curious, because like over here, when I'm in California, for example, and I'm not political, so don't think I'm taking political. I'm not. But here, when I come to Missouri, like I'll see things for like pro-Trump, but then obviously when I'm in California, I see stuff pro-Harris, pro-whatever the leftist ideologies are. But over here, it's right-wing conservative. So I was just curious
Yeah.
as to what Virginia is.
Yeah, well, the state of Virginia is very blue because of Roanoke, Virginia, and the
Okay.
CIA headquarters being there, and
Mm-hmm.
ultimately because Washington, D.C. is located there, and that's very, very blue.
Mm-hmm.
If you go into their politics and you indulge in that. West Virginia was very, very liberal well, not liberal in today's terms, but in the 20th
Right.
century, whenever unions and whenever unions were really the face of the Democratic Party.
Okay.
But we have gone away from that because, well, our Democratic leaders weren't necessarily the greatest of the Democratic leaders.
Okay.
They had in Texas, they had stored up 100 billion barrels worth of oil to go and invest in different energy resources in Texas. In
Okay.
West Virginia, we did not do that at all.
Really?
At all. There is no saving whatsoever because our Democratic leaders felt that would ultimately, they felt that would slow down and bust up the coal economy, which that's impossible because we have so much coal to spare, and for whatever reason, West Virginia's coal is a very good and clean burning coal compared to everywhere else in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And so, because of that, and because of poor industry, poor infrastructure plans by past Democrats, the state has, by and large, just adopted the right for the sake of change and for the sake of getting away from poor infrastructure and poor planning instead of focusing on the now and not of tomorrow.
Got it.
And that's what the right's been promising, and evidently things have been happening, but my grandfather, who is deep into politics, said that if everything goes right and there's no hiccups, that it will take probably a century of reversing all of what has been done to our state politically.
Okay. Yeah. So right now, guys, we're actually hitting. This is the city of Holt Summit. This is a really small little area. I'll give you guys kind of a quick tour. There's not much here, but I'll hit the scroll.
Yeah, seriously, don't blink, people.
Yeah. So this is a roundabout, right?
Yes, a teardrop configuration of a roundabout.
So these are really popular here in Missouri. These are these little kind of areas, but I'll kind of give you guys a quick tour. Many years ago, I used to live out here, 15 some years ago, but I'll give you guys kind of a quick tour. So let me pull in here, and then yeah, so basically this is the gas station here in Holt Summit. I guess it's called the Travel Plaza. I didn't really know the name. So you can get regular gas right now is $3.08 a gallon, which isn't bad depending where you're from. Like where I'm from, it's a lot more than that. So we got gas here, right? And then how much is gas where you are?
Gas fluctuates a decent bit. It should be, honestly, it should be about the same here. Maybe $3.15.
Okay.
Because, it's up on top of a mountain.
Got it. So now look at that. Now this is pretty. Get a scene of that. Look at those clouds there. That is really, I'll kind of go a little slow. I mean, there's one behind me, but look how beautiful that is. That almost looks like a painting. Like just someone got a paintbrush and just stroked that. That's really pretty. So we've got that area, which is really beautiful. As we come along here, this is Holt Summit. This is a really little town, like real little. This gentleman's walking here. Yeah, but as we come on down this way, to the right we have, a McDonald's. Right, there's a McDonald's here. Then you got a Subway. Taco Bell. There's a little bank in the back there. And this is really like the gist of Missouri, Holt Summit, Missouri. But I'll continue on. So let me continue going. Down this way, we have. Let me pull in the parking lot here. Oh, something's going on there that we'll check out there. Let's go. So over here, there's a Dollar General. This is like their 99-cent store. Oh, there's a really cool little boutique shop here, is there not? I think I've been here before. Yeah, the barn. They have little. Actually, maybe we'll pop down and go check that out real quick. So that's the boutique shop. Okay. This is Wonky Donkey Discount Store. I don't know what that is.
Mom and pop place.
Probably a Wonky Donkey Discount Store. We got State Farm, Summit Cafe. That looks kind of cool. That's a Summit Cafe. Retold Tales Used Bookstore. Actually, I found some really cool books there. I went there one time. I found some really cool books about Missouri. Maybe I can actually walk in some of these spots real quick. It'd be cool for content just to
definitely
check out the city. New China. This is a spot that's real popular. It's a Chinese place.
I think it's the only Chinese place here, isn't it?
Yeah, probably is. Then you've got Dollar General. Okay.
In Holt Summit.
Yeah, this is all in Holt Summit. Yeah. And let me continue on and let's see what else we got.
Little distributor there.
Yeah, so over here there's a little donut palace. There's another little coffee bar. Four Amigos Mexican Restaurant Bar and Grill. Okay. Let me kind of go across. What is this here?
That is most likely a barbecue smoke pit.
So they're cooking something in there?
Oh, yeah.
Like meat or something?
Oh, definitely. It's probably going to be pork ribs and a combination of beef brisket and all types of
smoky. Okay.
Smoked barbecue.
Okay, yeah. Get some good. Zoom out of it to 0.5, just so they can fully see what that looks like. Yeah, keep it like that for just a second. So that's a real popular thing here. I mean, I've never seen one like that outside of California. Not of that size.
No, that thing's bolted to a trailer. That thing is crazy big.
Yeah, so I've never seen something of that size. And let's see what else we got. But yeah, that's kind of this. I kind of want to. We're supposed to meet some friends here, but let's take 5 minutes real quick. I want to go check out the. The little books gift shop. Maybe I'll grab a little something. Ask them if it's okay if we film in there. Maybe we just go for it. If they say something, turn off the camera. But I kind of want to see. Yeah, maybe I'll get something for my sister or something. I think I could park here. Yeah.
Yeah, little souvenir.
Yeah. So they are. Oh, they're open till 4. It's past 4. What time is it?
It is.
Yeah.
It's 3:58.
3:58.
Yeah.
No, we'll come back another day. I don't. Yeah, it's already past the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So
We
just
got a
missed
couple more
it.
days down here.
Yeah. But this would look like a cool shop to kind of come check out. Just something local in the neighborhood. What is this up here?
This here? Honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
I imagine that'd be a great question for tomorrow's video.
Yeah, but yeah, this is pretty much Holt Summit. I mean, then there's a little hotel down there. I mean, but this is really the heart of Holt Summit, isn't it?
Yes, it really is.
It's a very small town, but it's very peaceful, very quiet. If you'd like a quiet life, this is. Want to get married, have a bunch of kids, this is the area to do it at. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed our little part 2, Missouri versus Virginia versus California versus
West Virginia.
The origins of Christmas versus, I don't know, just a bunch of random things. But hope to see you guys soon. Take care now.